Yesterday is gone, so you only have the day. You wanna throw in the towel, you wanna low on your face. Seem like it's too much, you wanna walk away. But you gotta keep going, you gotta fight another day. You gotta keep on going.
Can't stop here.
You gotta keep on going.
Try your tears.
You gotta keep on going. You gotta keep going. Yeah.
Be at a job where you feel like you want to put some hands on your boss. It could be, or you might be the boss, and it could be at your job where you might, man, one of these employees be getting out of line sometimes. Like I want to put some hands on them. I don't know what I'm saying. You might not even be there yet. Like you might be in school. Like you might be in college. High school. Like wherever you at in life. And you might want to put hands on somebody, or the situation might be a lot of pressure that you might be on. But like, what do you do in the midst of when times get tough? Like, are you at a place where you got good control over your emotions? You know what I'm saying? Where you can control your emotions, you don't let those things affect you as much. Or are you still at a place in your life where, man, you very much can get these hands? Like you very much can get these words of everything but wisdom that I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, throw at you. Like, that's where I'm at with this. Like, where are you at in life when it comes to controlling your emotions when the pressure is on? Like, think about that. Controlling your emotions when the pressure is on. That's kind of what I want to talk about today. I like when I use things, I like to use real things in life. One thing comes to mind when the pressure's on, because I like to think about the work world. For those who are there, it's not always, you know what I'm saying, peaches and cream. There's some times when you like, man, I want to walk away from this job. You feel me? And I like to think about, when I look at it from a sports perspective, I like to think about like LeBron. And I'm not even a LeBron fan, but it caught my attention. I can't remember exactly what game it was in the playoffs, but it was years ago, many years ago, when he was still young LeBron. And I remember watching the video of him going to the bench and meditating. Like him going to the bench. Like I'm talking about, man, it is thousands of people here. Like it's loud, it's noisy, and like this is a big game for him. I'm thinking this game 6 when he was on Miami, when he had to take out Boston. I don't remember. But all I know is that he knew that this was important to his career. And with all this noise around him, he goes to the bench to meditate, reset, and focus on the goals at hand. Now, there's some times in life where, you know what I'm saying, we ain't got time to meditate. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least we don't feel like we do. Like, of course, if I'm in a dangerous situation where I gotta protect myself, that's not what we're talking about. So in reality, there's some time. Some time to get away. Like, before I cuss this boss out, like, I need to get away. Like, before I go off on old boy, like, I need to get away. You know what I'm saying? Like, homegirl might be getting on your nerves. You might have to get away and meditate and learn how to truly control your emotions when the pressure is on. Another scenario I want to think about. Pursuit of Happiness. One of my favorite movies by Will Smith of all time. Now, Pursuit of Happiness is interesting because I hated Pursuit of Happiness when I was like young, like around the time it first came out. I couldn't appreciate Pursuit of Happiness just because I didn't get it at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I watching? This movie is so slow. Like, what are they even talking about? These is questions that's going through my head. And when I start to realize, what I start to notice, was like, bro, this is like what it really looks like to focus, to lock in, to control your emotions when the pressure is on. And the thing that I love about the movie the most is that it was based on a true story. Like it was based on something real. And for those who have not seen the movie, first of all, you have to go see it. If you love a story of overcoming, like, you have to go see this movie. And it's about a man who's trying to make it out on Wall Street. And he's literally like pretty much a single father with nowhere to stay. He has a son taking showers and sleeping in bathrooms, but he's willing to do whatever it takes to make his dream become a reality. Whatever it takes. Like, he's not using no for a excuse. He's not using no excuses at all. But the only thing on his mind is, how can I make my dreams a reality? Nobody's going to bail me out. It's a great story if you love to watch somebody use no excuses and go all in on themselves. Man, to me, one of the greatest movies, one of the greatest films. I love a story of somebody overcoming. Controlling your emotions. Look, one thing I learned is that you must learn how to control your emotions if you're going to be successful in life. It's just that simple. If you're going to be successful in life, you're going to have to learn how to control your emotions. One thing I always say is that if you cannot control your emotions, think about it. Think about any situation that you might be going through. If you cannot control your emotions, one thing you're going to realize is the only thing you're going to be focused on is the problem. When your emotions is not controlled, you're only focused on the problem, which only makes it worse. You have to come to a point where, even in tough times, even when the pressure is on, you have to focus on solutions. It's going to be the only thing to get you out of it. It's funny, in my marriage, I don't talk about my marriage a lot, but in my marriage, especially when it first started off, I come from, like I said, I speak about it all the time, a very rough background, you know what I'm saying, like going to foster care, coming out of foster care, like living with my auntie, like I'm used to living around like drug infested places, like homeless shelters, like I've been through all of that, bro. Like I seen it all, bro. I seen it all. But what I learned is, because I've seen so much and chaos is so normal to me, it makes me completely different from my wife. So when we used to go through problems when we first got married, like when stuff, like we didn't know how some things was going to work out. Like, oh, this unexpected bill, how are we going to pay it? Like these things, these issues are going on. How are we going to deal with it? I used to bother my wife at first because I'm so used to going through so much chaos that when she's stressed and like, why are you not stressed about this right now? She took it as, I don't care about this. So it's like, you don't even care about the stuff that's bothering me so much. And I'm like, oh, my bad. I didn't even realize that's how it looked to you. Because the truth of the matter is, it's not that I don't care. It's just not the worst I've ever seen. I've seen it get a lot worse than this. So I did not realize that in some way, in some form in our relationship, that we was in chaos mode. Because this not chaos to me. It's like a beautiful curse at the same time. Because it's like, little things like that, which seems little to me but huge to her, don't get to me. But at the same time, it does not exactly light a fire under my butt and get me to hurry up and get on my grind about it. Because I'm so used to this, like, this is bad? This is bad? Like, I done been through a whole lot worse. And this is the worst it got? And I had to learn how to come to a place where I can better understand her. And understand that me growing up in chaos, in some ways it's nice, in other ways that kind of screwed me. But one thing that I learned in the midst of it is controlling your emotions. So I had to help her be able to control her emotions, take a step back out of the situation, and focus on the solution. The solution. Because the solution is the only answer to the problem. But sometimes when we're in the midst of the situation, sometimes we don't focus on the solution. We focus on everything else, every problem about the situation, but it does not get us out of the problem. Control your emotions so you can focus on the solution. Whether that means you got to take a step back and take a deep breath and breathe. Focus. You need focus to get to the solution. Be solution-minded. Because honestly, some of the things that's holding some of us back is we're not solution-minded in the first place. We just focus on more problems to make it a bigger problem. I mean, if you look at the Will Smith character in that role, like he could have easily just made excuses, and it wouldn't have fixed anything. Sometimes it didn't even seem fair, but it did not matter. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make this happen. It didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out. There were some things that you wanted out of life, and it didn't go as planned. It's okay. Work around it. Like I tell my daughter all the time, life is not fair. It's not. Nobody ever said it was going to be. It's not fair. There's going to be some things that you do not agree with, that you do not stand on. But it will not change nothing. Stop focusing on things to happen for you. Stop relying on things to happen for you. Stop relying on things just to go your way. Sometimes you're going to have to work in the midst of chaos. Sometimes when everything around you is going bad, that's when you're going to have to put it on and go a little harder. That's when you're going to have to put the work in. That's when you're going to have to do everything you need to do to make it happen. When things is going bad around you, control your emotions. Sometimes we allow our emotions to get the best of us. So, like, what I want us to do this week, I want us to really pay attention to ourselves. Pay attention to how we're going about in our day. Be intentional about this. Don't just wake up and let the day happen to you. Have a plan of what you want to accomplish today. You should not have one day go by that you don't have a plan of something you want to accomplish. I knew today I wanted to accomplish this podcast. I woke up in the morning before work to get it done. No excuses by any means necessary. I said a podcast every week, it's a podcast every week. Whether it's me, whether it's a guest, it don't matter. It's going to happen. Even when I don't feel like it. Even when I don't feel like it. It gotta happen. Right now I'm losing weight. Trying to get back down to a size that I'm more comfortable with. I seem to start to grow a lot of my clothes, but you think I went and bought new clothes? Absolutely not. I'm not accepting my new weight because I was doing all the wrong things to get there. I'm not breaking that on in my life. No. So now I'm getting back on, getting back down, and I'm starting to be able to wear my pants again the way I want to wear my pants. But you know one thing I learned about losing weight? Every time I'm doing it, getting back down to a fit shape, being fit me again, the only thing I learned is that sometimes when stuff get tough, you want to eat how you want to eat. Your comfort food, whatever that looks like. But in those moments is where I have to learn how to control my emotions. And remember that all because I'm going through this right now, it has nothing to do with the end goal that's in mind. Look, it's something that you don't hear me ever say is follow your heart. Because I know the Bible talks about the heart is wicked. The heart wants what it wants. But I don't follow my heart. My goal is to follow God's heart. That's who heart I'm trying to follow. Because sometimes my heart just wants fleshly desires and things that God don't want in my life. Things that's going to bring me down. Control your emotions. See what God wants out of your life. Not necessarily what you want. Because sometimes the thing that you want out of life is not the best things. We don't always want what's best for ourselves. We just want what we want. That's it. But sometimes you got to take a step back and say, God, what do you want from this situation? Control your emotions. Stop following you. Believe in you. And I simply say believe in you because if God lives in you, then you should believe in God that is in you. Believe. He created you for a reason. Believe. So let's stop allowing our emotions to dictate the way we think. And remember why we're doing what we're doing. Stay focused. Take a step back sometimes when you're going through it, when you have the pressure on. And take a look at the situation. Focus on solutions. And stop giving the problem so much of your time and energy. Look, this is your boy, Only One Lambo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're on YouTube, once again, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Please, I thank you. I love y'all for all the support. And if you're on Apple or Spotify, wherever you may be listening, please leave a review, comment down in the bottom section, and please continue to support the podcast. Hey, and if nothing else, don't never forget, no matter what's going on around you in your life or whatever it may be, man, keep going.
Yesterday is gone, so you only have the day. You wanna throw in the towel, you wanna low on your face. Seem like it's too much, you wanna walk away. But you gotta keep going, you gotta fight another day. You gotta keep on going. Can't stop here. You gotta keep on going. Try your tip. You gotta keep on going. You gotta keep going.